An orangutan that eats cigarettes, psychotic Brendan Fraser, and crazy crystal lady Marissa Tomei. And that's just the first 30 minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin as two silly cookie hillbilly middle-aged, not so middle-aged, quite late-age robbers who are just trying to make one final heist for Brendan Fraser and some other cookie guys and then get home in time for Thanksgiving. It just sounds like it's made to be fun and silly and to try and open up that market that isn't there for Thanksgiving films because, I mean, like, nobody outside of America cares, and everyone in America is just watching parades and football, right? That's my understanding of Thanksgiving. And also, we're not going to be as forgiving of shitty plots as we are for Christmas movies. Most Christmas movies are crap, but we love them anyway. It doesn't work for Thanksgiving. This is really random film. They're both kind of... No, Peter Dinklage's character is what you expect Josh Brolin to be playing. Josh Brolin's character is something I would never in a million years think Josh Brolin is going to play. He's like the nice guy, settled down, he's a family guy, but he's just such a little bitch, kind of, under the thumb of his brother and mother, and yeah, he's not a great character, and he's also... I couldn't imagine anyone less suited to playing that role than Josh Brolin. And this is also... my biggest problem with the film is casting overall, because Josh Brolin doesn't fit his character. Peter Dinklage does, but hear me out here. A guy that still thinks he's got plenty of time to put his life back together after a prison sentence, and a guy that's just finally settled down and is about to have his first kid now. And then Brendan Fraser, who's this, like, daddy's boy, like, kind of angry, weird, sadistic dude. Man-child. And these three characters are all more suited to someone in like their early 30s at most. These guys are all in their mid-50s. And I can't ignore that fact. Trying to ignore the fact that none of them should be there at all in these roles is very similar to me to like watching kids play make-believe and then going, yeah, really good. And all of these actors are really great actors and do not need to be patronized to like that. So I can just call this crap. Brothers is one of those films that could have become like a kind of cult classic comedy film, you know, because realistically is something like Step Brothers much funnier than this. Step Brothers has not aged well. But it doesn't even manage to work with the silliness of its premise because I feel like it's simultaneously somehow underthought and overwritten. Like, it feels like they just wanted to make a sweet, family-friendly comedy film. They wrote it, and then they went, oh, I don't know if this is going to sell, and then started shoehorning in all this orangutan jerking off. By the way, if you've got any orangutan jerking off in your film, that's too much orangutan jerking off in a film. My other real like issue here is that at its core this wants to be like a heist comedy thing, right? Compare it to something like Logan Lucky, okay? Because that's what I thought of in my head because they're kind of white trashy people, this family try to do this heist thing. Logan Lucky, they spend a lot of exposition time explaining how they're going to do it, how they're going to get it to the racetrack and do it, and the whole film is about can we pull off this heist. This film is just kind of, they're just going on side quests and stuff, and then they randomly go, yep, here's the plan. And the plan is just digging up some, like, emeralds that their mum stashed there decades ago from a golf course. That's what they're doing. Like, it's not actually a heist. So it's not a heist film. It doesn't feel like it at all after watching it. It is closer to being like just a road trip film, because that's what the kind of stopping and side questing random bits is, but it needed to be, honestly, longer. I'm really upset to find out that the director of Palm Springs, this is his follow-up from that. Palm Springs was awesome. That was incredible. This, I can't correlate at all how the same person has made the two of them. It just wasn't a good script to work with, I guess, so you can give him a little leeway, but it's not very well done from anyone involved. So I'm giving, you could have at least admitted you were ripping twins off, 2 stars. That was not great. I feel like somehow they copied so many movies and yet took none of the good parts from like any of them. But hey, if you like watching kind of kooky, silly little movie reviews, you can just subscribe or comment or like the thing, yeah?